Please Farewell to Finn begins tomorrow at 9/8 Central.
Everybody Loves Raymond, weekdays at 4:30 on the Valley's Fox.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that they were okay.
Right now at 10, how a phone call helped save the lives of two young girls. You'll meet the trooper who helped rescue them from the back of a locked truck.
Plus, what fits in a little red bag and costs thousands of dollars to clean up, how law enforcement is approaching this issue.
And we've all heard of some ridiculous laws that may or may not still be in effect. Find out about one that has to do with women and driving and what you were supposed to do on a valley street. All the attention it's getting.
This is the Valley's Fox 10 o'clock news, powered by WHSV.
Two endangered children rescued from the back of a truck at a Valley rest stop. Good evening, I'm John Rogers.
And I'm Allison Bruner.
It all happened on Tuesday afternoon at this rest stop. It's on I-81, just a bit north of Harrisonburg, on I-81 northbound in Rockingham County. State police got the call, a report of two girls who appeared to be upset being forced into the back of a U-Haul truck. Troopers were able to get to that rest stop before the truck left. Two people are in the Rockingham County Jail tonight, 42-year-old Khalid Sheffield and 36-year-old Kathleen Dunas. Sheffield unlocked the trailer where that trooper found an 11-year-old girl along with a 4-year-old girl. The girls were stuffed between some personal belongings, a makeshift bed, and had some food. State police say they also found drugs in that truck there. The family apparently on the way to Alabama, or from Alabama to Massachusetts. The two now facing charges including kidnapping, child endangerment, and drug possession. Those girls discovered by Trooper I.S. Sargent at the rest area.
My first concern was their safety. I wanted to make sure that they were okay and to find out exactly what was going on with the adults as well as the juveniles.
Those girls are now with Harrisonburg Rockingham County Child Protective Services.
In Justin tonight, a former police officer dead after opening fire at a federal building in Wheeling, West Virginia. Wheeling's police chief says officers returned fire and killed that shooter. He does not believe anyone else was seriously hurt. The suspect was identified as a former police officer. No word, though, on a motive.
And some breaking news tonight out of Central Florida. A roller coaster at Universal Orlando stuck on the tracks with about a dozen people on board. This is a live look at Orlando tonight, but the cars were stopped in a vertical position. People on their backs to the ground as people there were on board that. It's all happening tonight around 7 o'clock, but people, again, stuck in a rather precarious situation.
And a new program will help reduce the cost of cleaning up meth labs in the valley by thousands of dollars, according to a local task force. A supervisor with the Rush Drug Task Force says a recent mobile meth lab cost $3,200 to clean up because contractors all the way from Southwest Virginia, well, they had to come in to clean up those chemicals. However, new containers will allow local departments to get rid of those chemicals for much less.
The costs are staggering to our small communities in dealing with the disposal of the labs and the ability to have police trained to handle these labs. So I think it'll be a great help to our community.
And the containers will be set up in Rockingham, Albemarle, Warren, and Culpeper counties.
New at 10, the Virginia Attorney General's office is opposing an attempt to change the sentence of Lee Boyd Malvo in the D.C. sniper shootings. Malvo serving life without parole. He's challenging the sentence because of a Supreme Court decision outlawing mandatory life without parole sentences for people under the age of 18. Malvo was 17 at the time of the shootings. The Attorney General's office argues that the ruling shouldn't be applied retroactively and that plea deals can't be challenged. A judge will make the final ruling.
And checking in tonight on the government shutdown, meetings on Capitol Hill, but no solution.
Here's a look at our shutdown clock. We are now coming up on 9 full days since that shutdown began. President Obama and Vice President Biden met with House Democrats to talk about the shutdown and a continuing resolution. The president thanked members of Congress for their support of a clean short-term resolution which would reopen the government. Democrats want the GOP leadership to allow the bill passed by the Senate to come to either an up or down vote. House Speaker John Boehner spoke twice with President Obama today. Boehner's aides say they aren't negotiating right now.
And the House unanimously voting in favor of paying for military funerals and benefits. 26 U.S. troops have been killed since October 1st. All 26 families are currently not receiving those military benefits, including the $100,000 in death benefits because of the shutdown. Senate Democrats are unlikely, though, to take up the measure. They say it's piecemeal. And stay with us for the latest on the government shutdown and what it means for you. We have the latest on WHSV.com at 11. We'll take a closer look at the negotiations happening behind the scenes and at Nightline tonight at 12:35. That's coming up after Jimmy Kimmel on WHSV. We'll change for a locally owned grocery store. Red Front Supermarket in Harrisonburg recently announced they are switching food suppliers as of August 1st. Red Front is the only store in the valley that carries the IGA brand. Red Front is still under the same ownership, though, and will not be changing its name. Certain brands and products, though, will no longer be available at Red Front because of the switch. However, the new supplier will allow access to new items.
The IGA brand has been well received. Some people were familiar with it who had lived in other towns or from the recent activity at the store up the road, and they seem happy to see the IGA products back on the shelves for purchase.
And right now, Red Front is running a sale on the GA brand products. In order to promote them, they expect the sale to be running for the next month.
President Barack Obama nominates Janet Yellen to head up the Federal Reserve. It's a position with a big role in our nation's economy. The president had previously considered a former economic advisor, Lawrence Summers, who declined in September after resistance from Democrats in the Senate. Yellen's nomination comes in the middle of a shutdown crisis in Washington, which has Congress gridlocked. She's been second in command at the Fed since 2010.
If confirmed by the Senate, I pledge to do my utmost to keep that trust and meet the great responsibilities that Congress has entrusted to the Federal Reserve to promote maximum employment, stable prices, and a strong and stable financial system.
Now, Yellen has been a supporter of the Fed's easy money efforts, arguing that the bank can afford to keep the nation's credit flowing to encourage growth. If confirmed, she'll be the first woman to serve as the head of the central bank. Heavy rain in the Los Angeles area causing a messy situation, ironically, in a place called Sun Valley. Traffic a nightmare on Interstate 5. Northbound lanes of I-5 shut down after massive flooding spewed mud and debris across the freeway during rush hour. And you can see workers trying to clear out a flood control channel that appears to be jammed with debris. They're also scooping up mud along the highway. Mess was caused by a flooded overpass that sent water over the I-5 freeway. You can also see a tree down on the hillside, causing a massive traffic jam on into the Sun Valley area. It's unclear when all the water is going to recede or how they're going to get all the mud off of lanes and get traffic open again.
And students at Montevideo Middle School are helping kids with special needs. It's all part of a peer mentoring program. Mentors help special needs students with tasks such as counting dominoes or working with signs. Kim Sass, who heads up the autism program at the school, says that this program goes beyond mentoring. 7th and 8th graders, they help teach and they become friends with the students that they help. To give you an idea of how popular this is, last year it was the most requested elective. About 120 kids applied to be mentors. There was only room, though, for 40.
Well, a little exciting. We're getting some weather in the area, folks. A little bit of a mix and some more rain headed our way for sure. We have off the coast low pressure system. It's the remnants of Tropical Storm Karen bumping into the cold front that moved through the other day, and it's going to take up residence just off the coast. In the meantime, we get that flow around that low pressure, and it's just pumping some moisture into the area. You can see we're getting a little bit of rain now. We're going to have some on and off rain through the night tonight. I think the heavier rain comes our way tomorrow, and as we get through the night, we start tomorrow not too bad, near 50 degrees, lower 50s by 9 and mid 50s by noon, and it's not going to get much warmer than that, folks, and we will have the chance for some showers on and off through the day with some very measurable possibilities. Going to talk about those in just a few minutes. Now it's back to the news.
Well, it's a nightmare for many people. Your pilot gets sick and you have to land the plane. Still to come, we'll meet the man who helped a passenger through the terrifying situation.
That would be scary. But first, the unusual law from a city in the valley that's getting national attention. Find out if it's something that could get you in trouble.
And you can give us your Fox feedback through our Facebook page, on Twitter, or just send us an email. It's the Valley's Fox at WHSV.com.
on your phone,
on your tablet,
online,
and over the air.
The First Alert Storm Team, working hard for you.
At Joe Bowman, we love trucks. So we carry the largest selection of used trucks around. You know us as the home of the Silverado, but we also carry the best deals on used Ford F-Series trucks, Dodge Ram trucks, and all kinds of foreign trucks. You won't find a better selection of used trucks anywhere around. So come check out our used trucks or find them all online at joebowmanautoplaza.com.
Saving you thousands on your next truck, that's the Joe Bowman way.
It's really getting hard to see the road signs at night, but I don't know who carries my vision plan.
I-1 accepts most vision plans, medical insurances, Medicaid, and Medicare. I-1 also has 7 convenient locations throughout Albemarle, Augusta, and Rockbridge County, so you won't have to travel far. Call or visit our website to make your appointment today, 800-939-7720 or i1va.com.
Well, that was easy.
flying would be a great way to travel if you could get rid of the city traffic, the parking fees, and the long lines at the airport. At SHD, you can. We're in your community, just minutes from Harrisonburg, Stanton, and Waynesboro. That means no traffic to fight, and parking is free. Our friendly staff will get you on your way quickly with connecting flights that can take you anywhere. Best of all, it's affordable. In many cases, cheaper than driving hours to the larger airports. Visit flyshd.com today to see how affordable your local airport can be.
I choose healthy foods like whole grains, proteins, veggies, and fruits like avocados because they make me feel great. Learn how you can make healthy choices at choosemyplate.gov.
Always watching, always tracking. The First Alert Storm Team.
And we certainly have the cloud cover in place. With the cloud cover, well, it comes with a little activity. As you can see, we do have some rain in the area, a product of some low pressure off the coast. And to the west, not too bad tonight, folks. Fairly clear out here. But looking at this area right around, we got the arrow tonight. Around that low pressure system, it's kind of pushing everything into our neck of the woods. A little on and off rain through the night. Could be a little heavy at times. Tomorrow, though, I'm looking afternoon, evening for a little heavier rain, measurable rain. We'll take it if it's in the area. 51 outside the studios right now, partly cloudy, 47 degrees. Northeast winds, they are on the light side, and we're picking up a little rain here and there. Temperatures around the area generally in the lower and mid 50s, 55 up in Woodstock, Moorfield, Timberville 54, 50 over in Monterey. See these numbers dropping a little bit further, not too much further tonight. Going to hold up a bit, a little warmer than it was last night. We're looking at hour by hour forecast now, and at midnight, well, we got the clouds in place, folks, but not much other as far as precipitation is concerned. We'll advance that through the night, and you can see we do pick up a little bit of shower activity, primarily down Augusta County way. That's for your 7 o'clock in the morning drive time. But by afternoon, see a little heavier rain moving through, and mainly to the northern tier, up around Winchester through Page and Shenandoah County. That's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We get a little more rain for your evening drive time, and then starts to taper off a little bit. As we go into Friday, still a chance for some more rain to show up in our neighborhood, although we think it will be tapering off. In the meantime, between tonight to tomorrow and into Friday, looking maybe less than an inch to the west, an inch, inch and a half, a possibility here in the valley, and up to 2 inches as we go to the east side of the Blue Ridge. Not so sure it's all going to show up, but it's usable rain, and if it's in the neighborhood, why not grab it while it's here? 50 is what we're calling for tonight, cloudy. Chance for an isolated shower overnight. North winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. To the west, 48 is what we're calling the same scenario, although a little less of a chance for shower activity over in the highlands. As we go into tomorrow, well, we have a cool start near 50, lower 50s at noontime, and then mid 50s around 4 in the afternoon. Some shower activity in midday should pick up a little bit in the afternoon around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We get some measurable rain in here, and we'll take it. And as I said, you know, it could be heavy at times in some areas. The next 7 days, they come up like this, folks. 55 is what we're calling for tomorrow, a little warmer for your Friday, 59, 63 for your Saturday. Slight chance of a little shower on Saturday, but I think that'll be early in the day. And if it's early enough, we won't be seeing much for the afternoon. Then we'll move into temperatures in the 70-degree range as we start next week for your Columbus Day. So not too bad. Little rain overnight and into tomorrow. We'll take it whilst it's here. And you can follow along. You know, we have a new app. It's not actually a new app. It's an enhanced app. Is that correct? Yeah, WHSV.com. All kinds of neat stuff, and really live. I mean, you can go on and monitor the weather and other things that are happening, news stories you can watch, radar you can follow, forecast discussions. Pretty neat app for...
It even showed the water pellets on the screen.
Yeah, you can see the rain in the background.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Great app.
Enjoy.
Well, have you ever driven up Main Street in Waynesboro without your husband walking in front of your car waving a red flag? It was a big no-no. Up next, unusual law getting some renewed attention.
Watch WHSV News on your phone or mobile device. Just download the SyncBack app and look for the WHSV icon. Shows are available live and on demand in Rockingham, Augusta, and Pendleton counties.
When you look good, you feel good, and you deserve to feel good. That's why La Vie Medi-Spa at Augusta Health is focused on your beauty and wellness, with specially trained staff and the latest treatments to help you look and feel your best. Give your eyes a new look with eyelash extensions. Wash away dead skin and impurities with a non-surgical hydrofacial. Or let us create a special look to enhance your beauty with the Jane Iredale line of skincare makeup. Call today and let La Vie Medi-Spa help highlight your natural beauty.
Mom, remember when I told you should get your hearing checked?
Yes, and I told you should too.
Well, you were right. Look.
What? New earrings?
No, Mom. I went to Alexio Hearing and Sinus Center, and I did have some hearing loss. They fitted me with this amazing Siemens hearing aid. It's made such a difference, I don't even know it's there.
Well, I can hardly see it. I can wear one of those.
Schedule your free screening today.
Do you know why Chevrolet is one of the top-selling brands of vehicles in the world? How about an indisputable warranty, unparalleled design, a century of service, and critically acclaimed award-winning vehicles? Elliott Chevrolet features the revamped Impala, the all-new Malibu, the roomy Tahoe, the sporty Cruze, and the fuel-efficient Equinox. Elliott offers you great deals, great service, and great people to work with. Elliott Automotive Group, 1100 Greenville Avenue, Stanton.
Everybody loves Raymond. Weekdays at 4:30 on the Valley's Fox.
New at 10, an interesting law from Waynesboro has reached the attention of some national media. The law has to do with women driving their vehicles up Main Street.
The law in question states that a woman cannot drive up Main Street without her husband walking in front of the car while waving a red flag. Several websites have picked up on the law recently. Sergeant Brian Edwards with Waynesboro Police says it was actually taken off the books 25 or 30 years ago. He says the law started when cars were just starting to gain popularity, but today women drivers have nothing to worry about.
The city attorney and city council have gone to great lengths to make sure that there are no ridiculous laws on the books. Laws that, because sometimes they can be essentially unenforceable, or they can be enforced the wrong way.
Sergeant Edwards says this law is now just an urban legend. Now, how do you teach a passenger who's never flown a plane to land it on a moment's notice?
Well, in England, the pilot of a light plane suddenly became ill. His passenger doesn't even know how to turn on the lights to see that control panel. A flight instructor at the airport's control tower guided the passenger, but it was a challenge.
Well, he'd be sat here with absolutely no panel lights whatsoever. I don't even know where the switches are. And they'd be trying to keep it level with pitching this and rolling and using the pedals at the same time. Quite an achievement, really. Somebody that's never flown an airplane or never landed an airplane before.
That new pilot landed the plane safely, though, luckily. The real pilot who became ill later died. No word on the cause.
Well, Virginia Tech out with revenge on the mind. Up next in sports, how the Hokies hope to get the best of the Panthers from Pittsburgh.
My name is Megan Moyer. I'm a volunteer EMT with Verona Fire Department, and I suffered with lower back pain for about 10 years. I would be out of work for 3 or 4 months. I was tired of hurting. I was ready. Dr. Pollard at Augusta Health had performed surgery on my father, and that's how I got the reference to go to him.
At the Augusta Health Spine Clinic, we were able to relieve Megan's pain and get her back to work. We may be able to help you too.
This is the first time I've had my duty boots on in 5 months. It's exciting. It makes me giddy.
Still driving out of town to catch your flight? Take some advice from your neighbors.
I'm from Dayton, Virginia, and I choose SHD because of its convenience, its accessibility, and it's easy to get in and out of.
Check-in is quick, security's quick.
I have found it to be more expensive to fly out of Washington, Dulles, than it is to fly through Shenandoah to connect there.
And it's free parking. Can't beat that service.
Visit flyshd.com today to see how convenient and affordable your local airport can be.
When you watch some attorneys' ads, you see an actor with an 800 number to someplace far away. But when you have a legal crisis, you need a local attorney, not an actor. You want someone who knows the law and someone that you will be comfortable working with. I'm Bill Helsley, a lifelong Valley resident, and I've been practicing law successfully for over 24 years. I've handled numerous automobile accident and medical malpractice cases for local residents. When you need an attorney, please remember, I'm Bill Helsley, and I can help you.
All 4 of my kids have gone to Blue Ridge Christian School. Our youngest, Jillian, is definitely being challenged here at Blue Ridge Christian School academically, and it's within the context of Christian training. It is a well-rounded education for the whole child with strong sports programs, music, art, language learning, and even a creative after-school program. We see the grounding she receives at Blue Ridge Christian School as the best investment that we could ever make.
Come hear Christian comedian John Branyan, part of the Tim Hopkins Tour Group.
On your phone.
On your tablet.
Online.
And over the air.
The First Alert Storm Team, working hard for you.
Well, Hokie High, 5 straight wins for Virginia Tech. Tech's 10-point win over North Carolina catapulted the Hokies back into the top 25 for the first time this season. In fact, Tech had not been ranked since last year after their loss at Pitt, which makes this weekend even more intriguing. I don't think Frank Beamer was too excited with Pittsburgh joining the ACC this season. 4 straight times his Hokies have lost to the Panthers. Their last win in the series back in 2000. On Saturday, they'll meet for the first time both in the ACC. Tech has revenge on the mind.
This is a team that we've had a hard time beating. They've gotten us the last 4 times, and going back and checking, Alabama hasn't done that. LSU hasn't done that. Texas A&M hasn't done that. Clemson hasn't done that. Florida State hasn't done that. Miami hasn't done that. But Pittsburgh has. Big ball game, conference game. Big game this week.
I think it's still kind of a revenge type game, the way they put a beating on us. We want to turn it around, especially get another chance to play these guys at home.
Well, rivalry week for the Dukes rolls on. JMU readying for the hated Richmond Spiders on Saturday for a game that could go a long way in deciding how the Dukes finish this season. It's not just about Richmond, it's about the conference race and getting wins at a crucial point of the season. But under Mickey Matthews, after losing to Richmond, JMU has made the playoffs just 1 time. The Dukes a year ago forced to welcome Michael Birdsong onto the scene after Justin Thorpe struggled, and JMU ran into a little bit of bad luck. The second-ranked Dukes rallied but came up short, and their season just started to slide downhill, eventually missing the playoffs. It was a turning point for their season. A loss like that can sting.
It would really hurt our soul how that game went down over there last year. So, we'll be ready to go. But as will Richmond. I don't think there's any question. This is a hard-hitting game, and it's a competitive game that both teams played this year.
We're going to take a look at tonight's viral videos, take a look at some of these sloths, and also a look at whether this rain's going to continue in your forecast from George right after this.
It's really getting hard to see the road signs at night, but I don't know who carries my vision plan.
I-1 accepts most vision plans, medical insurances, Medicaid, and Medicare. I-1 also has 7 convenient locations throughout Albemarle, Augusta, and Rockbridge County, so you won't have to travel far. Call or visit our website to make your appointment today, 800-939-7720 or i1va.com.
Well, that was easy.
I'm no technology expert, but with DSL, our internet was running way slow. So we dropped DSL and switched to Xfinity, and now our internet is even faster. we get more speed for our money. That's not technology, that's just basic math.
Does that mean I can get a car?
Sure.
Really?
No.
More doesn't have to cost more. Switch to the Xfinity Triple Play for $89.99 a month for 12 months with no term contract. Plus, get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for all rooms, all devices, all the time. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Did you know that windows can improve the look of your home and save you up to 30% on your energy bills? At Windows Siding and More of Waynesboro, we sell and install high-quality custom-made vinyl windows, like our white double-hung window with 50-year warranty for just $179 installed and tax included. The best quality windows for the lowest price in the area. When you want the best for your home and family, come to Windows Siding and More. Locally owned with over 40 years experience. Call for your free home visit or check out our showroom for a better choice.
The passerby had called in and said that the kids were being put in the back of the U-Haul truck against their will. The report was that one of the children was crying.
Coming up on WHSV's 11 at 11, a dramatic rescue, as you just heard. 2 arrests and 2 kids are safe, though, after being captured in a U-Haul. Our Annalisa Gale is putting the finishing touches on the story. She's live tonight with the newest developments.
And before we go attend the viral videos.
Viral videos.
The fun time.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this one really doesn't need an explanation.
Okay.
Just take a look at this one.
He's coming this way.
Look at this guy.
Now this is Annie here on the top.
It's a baby
and
sloth.
Annie is 3 months old. And
Do you keep them separate?
And you want to say cute, but it's tough.
It's very tough.
Yeah.
I agree with you, George.
3 fingers.
They're pulling out their own hair. I don't know why.
And that's what happened to mine. Same thing.
I'll say unique.
Sloth should just stop that right now.
Well, look at it. It's not your typical nursery at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Let's
Okay, I'll give him 2 seconds of cute there.
Okay, 2 seconds
right.
of cute. Well, this is. You might be afraid for the kitten you'll see in this, but watch it hold its ground. A lot bigger of a dog.
Aww.
You think the kitten would be scared, and you can tell Liz a little bit, but it really is standing up to that dog.
Well, you don't see the dog chasing the cat too quick either.
The dog's being
dog.
playful. Aw.
Oh yeah, very much
But the
so.
bark isn't scaring.
The cat's
going, I
till
have
I'm
this
big enough to
situation
play.
under control.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
It's
it
gonna
is
stare.
not-
I can stare at. They can stare at each other.
They
It's not
could,
backing
absolutely.
down. Well, hopefully the rain backs down a little tiny bit.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to get a little bit here in the
Roll
valley, a
out
little
there.
heavier to the east of the mountains. That is for sure. Taking a look out there right now, you can see where it's breaking up a little bit here. Looking maybe an inch between tonight, tomorrow, and into Friday to the west, and maybe 2 inches along I-95. But some on and off rain through the night. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning, we're starting out around 50 into the lower 50s and then mid-50s. Not going to get much warmer than that, folks, but we will have some off and on rain, and at times it could be kind of heavy at times. The next 7 days, well, 55 tomorrow, into the upper 50s Friday, 60s for the weekend, and back into the lower 70s as we begin next week through Columbus Day. So all in all, it's pretty good weather, and since we have the rain in the area, we're not looking for anything severe, but we will take it. Get your rain buckets out and grab some.
It's definitely helpful.
There you go.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you very much, George, and we thank you for joining us here at 10 o'clock.
And we will see you back here at 11.
Your mother always said it's what's inside that counts. And